Hi everyone, welcome back into My Chamber TV. I'm Barbara Marville Kelly. Thanks for joining us. We're featuring the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce, and my guest happens to be Mr. Rhett Warner. Welcome to the show today.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
I am excited to interview you today because when I saw your card and I saw your advertising, I go, what an interesting name for your company, RSVP. Doesn't that make you want to know more about that? So I'm going to let Rhett tell you about it because you're into advertising and you have a lot of stats on, you just took over this business, right?
Yes.
And congratulations.
New owner. Yep. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yep. New owner since April last year. So
very good, and still during the challenging times.
Oh, yeah.
But it's interesting the amount of people that have left their old business and started a new business. And when it comes to marketing, I get these in the mail.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it and why someone would want to call you to do this type of advertising. Okay?
Right. Yep. Well, we're RSVP's been around a long time, 35 years. They're in over 60 markets in the United States. And I had an opportunity presented to me after working for one company 36 years. I came from pre-press and graphics industry and understand the value of print. You know, I think it's worked primarily in packaging, but it was the same difference. You know, ink on paper still resonates with a lot of people. And that being said, you know, learning about the opportunity, I went ahead and acquired the franchise down here in the Tampa area, and I have Hillsborough and East Pasco. And basically we help, you know, what intrigued me about the business, we're in the business of helping companies grow their business. And that was, you know, looked interesting to me, meeting other business owners and companies that want to get their name out and market themselves. And RSVP has a good reputation and proven results with their product, and kind of won me over to get in the business of doing that.
So that's really good that you took over a company that has already built its own relationship with customers out there. I mean, it seems like it's a win-win for everyone for you to just step right in and take over an already established business.
Yep. It's it has been interesting that way. You know, the owner I bought from was dealing with an illness, so it was needed some help. And I'm being new to the area, I'm still learning a lot about the Tampa area in Florida, so it makes it interesting in itself. You know, but it's like I said, I wanted to get in the business of meeting other business owners, helping them grow their business, and reaching. It's a good value in terms of a way to market your business because it's a co-op mailer, right?
Absolutely.
And so you're sharing in the cost of postage, which isn't getting any cheaper. Unfortunately, U.S. Post Office raised rates twice last year, in fact.
Yes.
But so it really behooves you not to look at, you know, options such as this. You know,
exactly.
Keep your costs, you know, more obtainable in terms of reaching people.
Well, there's so many different ways to market, and you know, I'm a baby boomer. I like to have something that is in my hand. I can stick it on the refrigerator. Do you still do that, guys and gals? Okay, and I know it's there. I can't call right now, but it's there as a constant reminder.
Yep.
If it's in an email to me, unless it's something video that is only going to take me a moment or even 30 seconds, I might watch it, but then it's gone in the thousands of emails.
Yep.
But this remains around. Now, how many ads can you get in a package like this?
We can actually have up to 70 cards in a pack.
Really?
So I got a lot of work to do. You know, we got a lot of open categories in the pack. So,
like what? What do you have? What do you need right now?
Well, I really just about any kind of home services type business are good fits for our business. You know, roofers, electricians, plumbing, like landscaping, tree service companies. You know, are all good ones that do really well in our pack. You know, bathroom conversion type businesses, window companies.
Yes.
All do really well across the network. And you know, we've got clients who've stayed in the pack over 10 years. So
that's history. That's good history.
You know, so they're obviously getting good ROI for their business. You know,
Yes.
to be able to stay in that long, and you know. It's a good way to market to, you know, broader audience. You know?
Well, you know, I'm thinking too, with the last couple of years and some of the many challenges with business owners, especially with contractors right now, I'm thinking that marketing, any way you can get your marketing done today to get that word out there, because there's such a demand. I mean, there's so many people doing remods and investors coming. I mean, everybody's coming to Florida, okay? Everybody's coming to Florida. So you really need, we're doing business differently, but some of the ways in marketing still works. So combining some of the old with the new to get your name out there, it really is a great way to go. And now you took this over, when did you say again?
April. Last year, 21.
Okay, now you do this every quarter, correct?
These are mailed out quarterly. We also do we've got other services as well. We do 6x9, mailers as well. There are other programs I haven't really turned on yet in terms of features that we could do under the RSVP. We are doing a little bit with digital, just for companies that have no digital, get them an opportunity to get in there and kind of present digital in a way that's more like you're getting impressions online. A good marketing plan, you're really going to have. You need to look at marketing as an investment in your business, right?
Oh, yes.
So,
it's everything.
Yeah, and you should have digital. You're going to need to be in social. You're going to, and direct mail is the other. And direct mail is very proven. It actually is known to get the best response. We market to a special audience. We mail this to 40,000 or 80,000 people within each market that we mail, and through that means, through a co-op mailer, you're able to reach a lot of people for a low cost, less than a nickel a home, basically.
Yes, and you were saying that there's a certain demographic with the income and the age group 35 to 65, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of our demographic that we mail to. Income levels are average about 125,000. Household value is over 500. Average is about 500, 550.
So it's target marketing to that age group. They can afford these services if they're thinking about remodeling or whatever. And what came to me is licensed real estate agents.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, real estate. A lot of the professional services as well do market through RSVP. Across our network and do pretty well. Get some good response rates.
That's great. I love to hear that, and it sounds like you're doing something that you enjoy doing. The market couldn't be better for what you are doing because of the influx of people coming here. And if you've been watching My Chamber TV in the Upper Tampa Bay, I mean, you joined a great chamber. Did you join recently?
Yeah, I'm new. I'm definitely a new member on every front, it seems like here. But
so that's great.
Yeah.
You can already see that it's a close-knit family of business owners.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. It's a good group of folks. Everyone I've met in really the different networking groups and as well as the chamber have all been beneficial for anyone in a smaller business or new business.
Absolutely. Everybody sticks together. You get out there and get your name known and get some of this advertising going out. And really, for being such a targeted market for what you're doing, I mean, it's easy. Yeah. Oh, and what else is easy? Guess what? You do all the work for you. So if you happen to have a business, artwork, right? Artwork, everything.
Yeah, it's all inclusive, the whole package. So we take care of the artwork. Obviously your logos and things are all part of it, but we pull that together. We take care of the printing, the packaging, the postage. It's all included. The turnkey kind of solution.
I like
for
that
people.
Turnkey. Yeah,
and there's a front and back to every ad. That's in the card. So you got a front. Basically it's your mini billboard for your business, and the back side typically has an offer or a real call to action. And good marketing, you're going to have a good call to action on the back end of your card. That's going to hopefully drive responses and good response. Absolutely. And our targeted audience also is it's a good quality audience in terms of who we target, and a lot of the people that have been in the pack and stayed in have told me that they really enjoy they're dealing with a quality,
Yeah.
typically leads. You know, they're good.
Yeah.
They're good quality leads. They're qualified people that are able to spend some money.
And that really is encouraging. We have less than a few seconds remaining, so if you happen to have a business or know someone that has a business and you want to get out there but you can't because you're busy running the business, you need to get a hold of Rhett and really think about this. A consultation that is
Absolutely.
complimentary, right?
Yep. Any way we
right.
help. Yep.
It doesn't get any better than this when it comes to targeted marketing with a particular age group, income level, and all of that. It's all rolled up into one. And I want to thank you for coming on My Chamber TV today.
Thank you. I've enjoyed it very much.
And I've enjoyed listening about
Great
this.
location, good food. It's all good.
Oh, you're not kidding. Really great food right here at Bassano's Cheesecake.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after this. Hi everyone, welcome back into My Chamber TV. I'm Barbara Marville Kelly, and we're featuring the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce today, and we're right down here in Safety Harbor at Bassano's Cheesecake. It's a darling little place, and our guests today are just full of some information that I know you're going to be interested in. We have Mike McKnight with me. Nice to have you on My Chamber TV.
Thank you.
And you are with Oldsmar Cares Gala, and I've heard about Oldsmar Cares, so let's tell our viewers what it's all about.
All right, so the Gala is our big fundraiser every year. This is our 12th annual event. Big deal, it's our major fundraiser. This year, for the first time, we're having it at the Vanessa Hansen Center over in West Chase on 9 Eagles Drive, if you know where that is. It'll be a big event. We usually have about 300 people, and we do a big do. And
you do a big do. I like that.
Yeah, it's a themed event. This year, the theme, as you can kind of tell from this basket in front of me, is we're doing Alice in Wonderland. So we are going to try and do it up with our tea party setting. We actually have a backdrop from Theater World in Oldsmar. They donated a backdrop that we're going to use.
Nice.
We also have decor from Wacky World in Oldsmar, some of their cartoonish stuff that they put together for us that we're going to have at the set, plus a tea party layout. We are also going to have characters dressed for photo ops and whatever, including the Mad Hatter and Alice and all the gang from the stories.
Goodness.
We are going to have a live event painter who is going to do quick portraits of people at the event, so that's something you can sign up for ahead of time with our auctions. We are also going to have, as usual, our live and silent auctions, a 50-50 raffle, and things like that. As far as, obviously, it's a wine and food gala, so we're going to have plenty to eat from local restaurants and desserts. And of course, besides Eat Me from Alice in Wonderland, we're going to have Drink Me, and it's a wine event, so we obviously are going to have wine and coffee. And of course, this year, it's a tea party, so we're having tea, if you like tea.
I love it. I love it. What's in your basket? What's this giveaway?
Well, this will probably be used as a door prize. I had a bigger one, as you know. I brought it. It was too big.
It was almost as big as the table. It was huge.
Yeah, so it's got a little tea set in it. It's got some of the tea we're going to have. This is Earl Grey tea that we're going to have. It's got some biscuits and stuff. So it's a sample of some of the gift baskets we're going to have. So those things will be in the auction, and we will have some as door prizes. We also have our big door prize at the end of the night is gift certificates to local restaurants. One winner. They'll get gift cards for like 10 different restaurants, dinner for
nice.
2. So so you need to stay to the end of the event to take the benefit of that.
Absolutely. I mean, that's definitely worthwhile. What else is going on?
Well, in honor of the Mad Hatter, and I'm going to be dressed as the Mad Hatter for the event.
Of course you are.
We're going to have a Mad Hatter hat contest. So wear your best hat. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be an Alice themed hat. It could be anything. Just bring it to the event. We're going to have a prize for that winner as well.
That sounds like a lot of fun. When is it?
Yeah. It is February. Oh, I'm glad you asked. I thought I said that at the beginning. February 24th, 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Okay.
It'll be at 6 o'clock in the evening over at the McKnight Center.
Thursday evening.
Yes, Thursday evening.
Okay. Very
Yes.
good.
I do want to talk about our beneficiary this year.
Yes, please.
So Oldsmar Cares, as you know, is a local charity in Oldsmar. We do food pantry, utility assistance, clothes, emergency fund assistance. But the program we're trying to benefit this year is our Weekend Food for Kids program. It's a program where we give kids that have marginal food sources otherwise, we give them food to take home on the weekends from school. We put in their backpack to take home on the weekends. So we actually support now 3 schools, Oldsmar Elementary, Forest Lakes Elementary, and Curlew Creek just started a couple months ago. So that's our big beneficiary this year, those programs. So all the funds we raise, it'll go beyond those programs, but that's our target. We'll be having some of the administrators from those schools talk at the event about what it's doing for those schools.
You know, I'm really glad that I'd like to kind of stretch that piece out a little bit. I don't know if you're aware, but our kids really need help today. And they're getting it by doing what you're doing. There's kids that don't get to eat like they should or could or eat anything.
It's true.
And you know, since I've been doing these shows in the community, I've learned more and more of that, and it just saddens me. So people like yourself that step up and step out, raise the awareness on helping to feed our children. I mean, you're doing God's work. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's awesome. How long have you been involved with Oldsmar
I've
Cares?
actually been involved from the very beginning. It
Really?
started at Community United Methodist Church in Oldsmar, and I've been part of that
I love it.
church since
love
the beginning.
this.
I was the first chairman of Oldsmar Cares, and I've been doing the gala myself as the chair for 10 years. So
So how did it start? We've got less than 5 minutes. How did it start?
the gala?
This whole the whole thing.
I'll tell you what happened. The pastor of our church, Sharon Patch, who usually does come to the event still because she's still local, she felt there was a need to have some emergency funds for people, either from our congregation or outside, that just come in and need help. So we had some funds stashed aside. Then my Sunday school group started a clothes closet as an outreach. And so those two kind of morphed together. And then in 2009, we decided to branch out beyond the church itself, and we incorporated as our own 501c3. So we've been a 501c3 since 2009. It's been a wild ride. You know, the first gala, I think we raised about $30,000.
Nice.
This year we'll be raising well over $125,000, it looks like.
That is really beautiful. Do you do the main gala once a year? Is that it?
Once a year.
Okay.
And in February, and it really is the biggest social event in Oldsmar, and we couldn't have it in person last year.
I know.
So it's so
That's
great
right.
to have it in person again this year.
Oh my goodness. Everybody's so happy that we're finally opened up. This is
Yeah.
so good. So during the year,
Yeah.
you work for the next gala. I guess you have to start ahead of
We
time.
start, like in August, because we have to figure out the theme, and there's a lot goes into it. It's a project in and of itself.
So it is that one night,
One night.
and it takes you all year to build up to that.
It takes a long time.
Well,
Yes, it
it's
does.
called. It has a perfect name, Gala.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a big deal, guys and gals. Really, I think it's beautiful for what you're doing. So, the story, you've been with them since they started,
Yes.
and I'm sure you've had some challenges here and there.
Oh, yeah.
But how would someone? Do you have any kind of outreach aside from the schools? What else is there? Anything else that we can tell our
Well,
viewers?
we just started a program to support the veterans, so we're kind of aligned
Yes.
with the VFW that's at
Yes.
Oldsmar. We helped start that VFW group.
Good.
So we do that. Yeah, we do have clothes for people who need a job. So not just clothes, just regular clothes. We do have some nice clothes if people need to go on an interview.
Okay.
So we have that kind of outreach.
For men and women.
Yes.
Okay.
We do for men
So
and
you
women.
take donations?
Absolutely. We always take donations.
I've got a whole closet full.
Oh, yeah. We.
All right, we'll get you set
the-
up with that for our
Yeah, the
ladies out
person who
there.
made the basket is one of our clothes people. So she's
Beautiful,
There's
really beautiful.
people doing clothes all during the week. So we have a really nice selection of clothes.
Well, that's so good to know because, if somebody needed something, they can get a hold of you?
If they needed something from Oldsmar, they should just stop in at our office on it's on 580.
Okay.
Right by, it's close to where the chamber is, about a block.
Yes,
but on
not far
580.
from here.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And they can call you at your phone number, 813, what's the rest of it?
415-7373.
I just love talking about this. When it comes to the kids and what you're able to do, and I'm sure now that things are opened up, things will open up, and I'll bet this year's going to be even more successful than you expected because we
sure
are
hope so.
opened up, and then to look forward to next year as well. And coming on My Chamber TV to raise the awareness out there in the neighborhood and what Oldsmar Cares is all about. A lot of times you don't know unless you happen to tune in to a show like we do once a week and just bring the chamber members, the chamber businesses to you. And how long have you been a member with the Upper Tampa Bay?
Well, I want to say the Chamber's been very supportive of nonprofits like us. So when they started the nonprofit program, we were signed up right away because it was such a benefit for us.
Good for you. That's so awesome. Well, I can't wait to see the numbers. We'll have
Me
to
too.
have you back this time next year or sooner if you've got some really great things happening. And I think it's great work that you're doing, and you've been with Oldsmar Cares right from the very start. That gives you a lot of history, not only for what you're doing and your commitment, but your love for the community. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So nice to have you on the show. And we're going to go ahead and take a quick little break. I mean, I would sign up if I were you and get your tickets and go to this event. It's only 2 weeks away. It's on Thursday, February 24th in the evening. It will definitely be a gala. And if you want to get involved, if you've been pent up somewhere and you haven't gotten out, this would be perfect because you're going to help really support the community.
I will say
We'll be right back.
one last pitch. We still need volunteers for the event too. So
Oh,
that
okay.
same site, there's a
Perfect.
button for volunteers too.
Perfect. Thank you. Hi, everyone. Welcome back into My Chamber TV. I'm Barbara Marville Kelly. Thanks for joining us. We're down here at Bassano's Cheesecake, and I'm excited. I can't wait for my piece at the end of the show here, but I have some goodies for you coming up. Marketing techniques. It is all about marketing. My next guest happens to be Vanessa Hansen, and it's such a delight to have you here. You know, you can never know too much about marketing.
That's true.
Is that true?
Yes.
And you've had your business for 5 years.
Yes.
You're the CEO of
Yep.
it. You had a dream and you just stepped right into it, and here you go.
Yeah.
So what's different about your marketing? Tell us all about it. So you have customers right out there watching My Chamber TV today.
Yes. So a big thing about a lot of marketing agencies, we try to, or others try to push, a square peg into a round hole. And it doesn't work that way. One of the reasons why I started my business was so I could allow people to have marketing for what they really need it for and not just spending their money to spend their money. So I spend their money as if it's my own money.
I love that's music to my ears. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
It's not always that way.
No.
So what are your key features about the way you do your marketing?
Sure. So my biggest focus in the beginning is having a conversation, getting to know what the client's needs are, what pain points they have, because if I'm not listening to them, I can't understand what they're looking for, because they might think they need social media marketing, but really they might need Google Ads or, a digital campaign.
Yes, yes. I'm glad that you mentioned that, because over all the years that my husband and I have had our businesses, I've had businesses, things have changed with the digital age.
Yes.
And I know you hear exactly what I'm talking about. And the only way I've really learned more about it is doing these shows with WeBeam TV, because they are like right on par with what's happening. And I just keep hearing over and over that times are changing on a daily basis.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so just when I learn how to do this one element, I hear, oh no, that's passé. But I just learned it yesterday.
Right.
So why is that? So it's like you have to stay on the cutting edge daily.
Yeah, and I think that's a lot of reasons why small businesses hire us, is because that's our job, is to know every single day of what's changing. And it's serious. It can change every day sometimes.
Sure.
But the majority of the concept stays the same. It's just tweaking things and be able to, monitor and have the analytics and the reporting in the background that other people might not know how to do or have access to, that we can help them with.
Let's talk about analytics. And if I can get the word out, analytics. How would you describe that to our business owners? That is, they're busy doing their business.
Yes.
So they don't have the time to go out and network in the community.
Yes.
Let's just share that with them, because you've got so many customers out there, and the timing is right. We're here in Florida.
Yep.
And I'm assuming that you obviously can teach them worldwide.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and just...
Sure. So analytics is great because you can see what's working and what's not. You can see how many times a week you need to be posting. A new client of ours, we have been posting consistently for 2 weeks, and we've already reached 827% higher than the 2 weeks prior.
Wow.
So just to prove such a small thing goes such a long way. And people sometimes they think, you got to post every single day. No, that's not true. Post consistently, have quality content, create education, create value, and your people will follow you.
Okay, that's key. What do we not want to do? Post every day? Be in everybody's face constantly?
I mean, if it's silly content, I mean, yes, having humor is great.
Oh, yeah.
Of course,
I
people
agree.
can relate to that. But if you're posting and it's not good quality and it's just like, why are you posting this? People are going to be turned off. And, another important thing is, you need to have about 20 to 30 hashtags on Instagram, especially, to reach more people.
Let's talk about hashtag. Okay. For me, that was always the pound sign.
Yes.
Can you relate to that? The pound sign. So I need this education myself. I have just not that much information on how to market with a hashtag.
Right.
Okay, so we've got that square. The hashtag is also a pound sign for those of you baby boomers out there. What does that actually do for the business by posting your business with a hashtag in front of it?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's a popular one. So the importance of that is, one, your location. So if we were here, we would do hashtag Safety Harbor. Maybe you want to do some of the areas around it, hashtag Tampa, Florida.
Oh,
now,
okay.
Tampa is a higher, used hashtag. So you might not be seen as much. So the key is to mix smaller less used hashtags with the larger ones. So like here at Bassano's, you'd want to say, hashtag New York Cheesecake, kind of thing like that. And being able to, this helps people find your services.
So is that because if you are in a mix of a lot of other hashtags that are very popular, you get diluted?
Yes.
My friend just told me that just yesterday.
Yep.
I'm going to be the hashtag queen now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes if you see that there's one that's not used so much, that's actually a good thing to add that into the mix and mix it up all the time.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a great idea. So how do you figure out what's not used just all the time?
So the beauty
Isn't that the secret?
Yeah. Like, so how do you know that? Yes.
Yeah.
So if you go on Instagram, and now you can do this on your desktop, you can search a hashtag. So you can think of one in your mind and be like, let me see if that's like how many numbers there are, or how many people like it, etc., or follow it. You can see all that information on Instagram. It's free. So there's no reason not to find this information.
That's so good. And this is the key element of working with a marketing professional. We know this to be so true because we have done this in our past, in our businesses.
Yeah.
And like I say, just learning from somebody like yourself, who you've certainly, the time that you've spent in the last 5 years, you've learned a lot. And I bet you're loving the influx of new businesses,
Yes.
the influx of new people moving to Florida, because we have the best state in the entire country.
Yep. I'm a newbie too, so.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh, so you were where were you doing this before?
North Carolina.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. Yep.
How about that? When did you come here to Florida?
And beginning of July. Yep.
Last July?
Nope. This last July. So 6 months.
Well, welcome. How do you like
Thanks.
it so
Oh,
far?
I love it. I'm never going back.
Isn't that
Yep.
amazing? See, you were the transplant
Yeah.
that I was talking about.
Yeah, it's very true.
Oh, this is really a great opportunity for you for what you're doing. So, what is the process? Do you do everything? Do you recommend them having things ready for you before you get together? Or let's say with logos, do you design logos?
Yes.
You take their already established logo and embellish it, make it better? Is that it?
Yeah, so the first thing that we do is have a discovery call for about 30, 40 minutes. I go through everything with them, maybe come up with some questions of figuring out what their pain points are, and then I will come up with a proposal based off of that discussion. So mostly listening to what their needs are, what their budget is, and yes, we can do graphic design, social media management, Google Ads, digital advertising, website design, SEO, a lot of different things.
Okay, well, you do so much, and I think that business owners out there would definitely be interested in talking with you.
Yeah.
Now, when did you join the chamber?
Just in December.
In
Yes.
December.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's very,
So
very
I'm very
exciting.
happy to be a part of it.
Now, have you had a chance to get out and network since things are opened up here?
Yes, I love networking. People call me the networking queen, but I think it's very important for my business and just meeting people, especially being new to the area. I work by myself. So kind of try to make some friends too here and there.
Oh, that's just fabulous. Well,
Yeah.
I wish you so much luck.
Thank you.
And with your growth of your business and all. And I'm just excited to have you on My Chamber TV and the fact that you're with the chamber. It's a great chamber, growing.
Yes.
It's like a family
Yes.
of businesses. It's all family. The way everybody gets along and
Yeah.
markets with one another. Good for you.
Yeah,
Good
thank you for having me.
All right. And thank you for joining us. If you're thinking about starting a new business, what are you waiting for? We have marketing people. We have the chamber here, the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber, that you can get involved, get to some of these networking meetings, and you're going to meet great people that you can grow your business just within the members of the chamber.
Definitely.
Yeah. So that's very exciting. And we have Vanessa here that's just done a great job marketing her business. And no wonder
you.
you're still successful. You're thriving, you're striving. And a lot of things happening here in the Safety Harbor, Oldsmar area, a lot of different events coming up. Perfect timing. So good luck.
Thank you so much.
All right. We'll be right back after this. Hi everyone, welcome back into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm Barbara Marville Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us. Today we're featuring the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce. We are really enjoying ourselves because we're at Bassano Cheesecake right here in the heart of Safety Harbor. I'm excited. We were here before. I have the owners, both the owners, Cindy and Tom Bassano.
Yes.
Did I get it right that time?
You did.
Okay, awesome. So I can't think of a better place to do a shoot than where you've got all these wonderful sweet goodies and your husband does stand-up comic. I can't wait to hear what's coming from him. But I know there's a story behind Bassano Cheesecake, right? Mm-hmm. And the last time, I don't remember the whole story, but it came from one of your family members, the recipes?
Yeah, my great aunt Clara. So as the family had 16 children, only 5 lived to adult years, but in 1910, they were already starting to have to cook for the whole family because both the parents were working. So one child would be taking care of the rest of the children as far as babysitting and stuff. One kid was in charge of cooking, and the other kids might even have a job doing clothing somewhere or textile back in Yonkers, New York. So I mean that was a thriving business back then. So Aunt Clara was the cook, and then they owned a bakery. They owned a pizza place, so they started with all this cooking back then. And Aunt Clara was such a great cook that everybody based all of their food on her. So whatever you made, they went, oh, it's not Aunt Clara's, or it's almost, is this as good as Aunt Clara's? Was always the question. Even till today, everything is based on Aunt Clara's cooking. So on a scale of 1 to Aunt Clara.
I love it. I love that. So are all the cheesecakes, or did you come up with any of your own? Or are they all based on Aunt Clara?
Well, the New York is her recipe, the New York,
Okay.
and then that's our base for most of our cakes. And then we just add the flavors or the peanut butter and things like that to that. So we have a couple other ones that are like a regatta cheesecake, and we have a cannoli cheesecake. So using different cheeses. So.
Yum. Now we have a little sample here right in front of us. What is this colorful one?
This is our unicorn cheesecake, and it's done for Valentine's Day. So we do different colors on it all the time, but that's our Valentine's Day unicorn, and it's a Madagascar vanilla with a homemade whipped cream topping.
Oh, yum! That looks yummy. And this one over here?
That's our Valentine's Day sugar cookie cheesecake.
Ooh.
So it's our New York cheesecake with sugar cookies blended into it, and then topped with the sugar cookies.
They both look yummy. How do people choose? I mean, how many different flavors do you have?
Over 25.
Over 25?
Yeah.
How do you get them through the line? I'd just be standing there, I'll have this and this and this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, first timers, it takes them a while to decide which ones they want, but
Yeah, I can understand.
And we have flavors that come in and out too. So we have special flavors. Like we do a Horse Soldier bourbon cheesecake. So it's a homemade Horse Soldier bourbon caramel. And then I make Horse Soldier hard candy out of bourbon, and it looks like broken amber glass, and we shove it into the cheesecake.
That's really
with
cool.
with this dark brown bourbon caramel just dripping over top of it, and we use a regatta cheesecake for that, and then we soak a cherry in bourbon. Horse Soldier bourbon, and we use the select bourbon, the good stuff, and it's just that's a huge seller, but it's so time consuming to make. So we'll bring that out for a little while, and then we'll take it back in and make something else. But so like the cookie cheesecake, it's not something that we have all the time. So people jump in and get that when they can. Our pumpkin spice cheesecake.
Makes it unique.
yeah.
Yeah.
Coming up next week, we'll have our Irishman back, which is a Bailey's Irish cream with
Ooh.
a Jameson
With a
whiskey
Jameson whiskey frosting.
Nice,
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah.
Look here at these screenshots. I mean, just
That's the cannoli
Yeah.
cheesecake right there.
gosh,
Yeah.
they look so yummy.
Which comes with a cannoli on top of it.
Yeah.
So, now the thing about our cheesecakes is they are baked cheesecakes, and a lot of places, they're like even Junior's Cheesecake, Cheesecake Factory, all of these places, they're assembly line factory cheesecakes anymore. You're not getting that grandma or Aunt Clara's homemade cheesecake anymore. We're making batches of cheesecake 6 at a time. That's it.
Yeah, it's
We
very
make
small
6
batch,
cheesecakes, and then we make another 6 cheesecakes, and then we make another 6 cheesecakes. And that's not easy to do because, you know, if you're selling a lot of cheesecake, it's hard to keep up that way. But we refuse to have a conveyor belt and have these machines just pumping in stuff, and we watch our cheesecakes cook. We rotate our cheesecakes to make sure that they're cooking evenly on all sides. We don't take the cheesecakes out when a timer buzzes. It's not timed. It's looked at. It goes, okay, well, you know what? That needs another 5 minutes cooking, or that needs another 10 minutes. I mean, everybody knows when you're cooking at home and you make cookies and it says 14 minutes, but then you look in there and they're not done yet. You don't pull them out of the oven. But that's what a lot of these other places are doing. They're not being watched by one person or anybody. They don't care. It's just a matter of getting these cakes out and selling them. For us, every single cake matters to us. We care about every one of them, and we watch every one of them. We'll put 6 cakes in the oven. 3 will come out, 2 will still be in there. You know, sometimes for 10 more minutes, because where they were placed in the oven, they didn't cook as fast as the other ones, or you know, I mean, so many things matter on it. We just make every cake perfect.
I love you sharing that because people are really nesting more nowadays, and they're really going back to the good old days where we appreciation and gratitude, and just exactly what you're saying. We're coming from the family history and all of that, and I mean, yeah, well, it's about making money with some of them, but you really do care. I mean, these are cared for. I mean, it's like you custom care, and you show a lot of love. That's pretty much love that you're putting into these cheesecakes.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited to hear about that. And also, before we, oh gosh, I could sit and talk to you guys all day, and you haven't broken out into any comic strips yet.
Try it.
But I do want to make
I'll
sure
drink that wine, and then we'll get going.
Oh, then we'll really get going. So I want to touch base on the Friday night, Saturdays. You've got a music festival here, right? I mean, you've got big names coming in.
Yeah, it's nobody expected, and so bands come here and they play, and I've played in so many places, but I've never played in a cheesecake place. People do not know or expect. It's a secret surprise. So now everybody in Safety Harbor knows. I mean, this is the place for live music. We put on a show in the back that is amazing. We've teamed up with Sean Hopper, who does a lighting and smoke and everything else. We have 7-piece bands. We have stand-up bass, trombones. We're doing swing music in the back, like postmodern jukebox style. We have the Tampa Bay's favorite and best, the #1 swing band in the Tampa Bay area. They won Best of the Bay, Hot Tonic. They come here and play at least once a month. At least once a month we have them out here. Great. We have the Blues Society's been helping us get national blues bands to come out here and play. We have J.P. Soars and the Red Hots playing over here. We just had Jumpin' Jimmy Sansone come in from Memphis and from Louisiana. We had Jason Ritchie, the #1 greatest harmonica player alive right now.
Wow.
And he was out here, and then people go, oh, a harmonica player? You know, that doesn't sound exciting. Unbelievable. If you get a chance to look up Jason Ritchie, he is amazing. And he was up on our stage over here, and we had over 1,000 people. We had to do it out on the street.
Yeah.
And we had filled the street with over 1,000 people. One day,
we got a minute.
Yeah, you got a minute.
Real quick. One day we brought in Chris Barbosa and Sean Hopper and the Grinch, Safety Harbor Grinch. We put on a light show and a smoke show up on the roof. It was all Christmas music live, like Carol of the Bells with violin and everything else.
Up on the
with
roof.
These guys up on the roof with lights everywhere. It was so big that the police had to barricade off the roads all around us because there was about 2,000 people surrounding our cafe.
That is amazing. I'll tell you, we've got to go here in less than a minute. But you just started this business 1.5 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the last 2 years of happiness we've all gone through. And you've survived and thrived, and you are busting through the roof with success. And the last time we did this, I took some food home. I think it was time before that. And I tell you, you have to come down here. It is Bassano's Cheesecake right here in the heart of Safety Harbor. And we're so happy to be back here again and do this segment for you guys and really let everybody know. We're bringing the news of what's happening with the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber. And if you happen to be a business owner, you may want to check them out, become members, but come down here to the Cheesecake, little darling little place you'd never believe that they can pack in over 2,000 people on the roof, in the back. So if you love entertainment and you love sweets, I'm claiming ownership on this. All I really need is a spoon, a big one, okay? Thanks, guys.
Quality coffee, Joffrey's Coffee, quality wines, Stag Leap.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
we are,
Cheers.
you know, it's not
you
just
back.
cheesecake.
Hi everyone, welcome back into My Chamber TV. We are the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community, and today we are honored to actually show off the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber.
Chamber of
With?
Commerce. Doug Bevis, the Director of Business and Government Affairs.
Wow, how many times have you said that in your whole life?
Not a lot, because I get it wrong all the time.
Don't get me laughing again.
Yeah. And former mayor of the city of Oldsmar.
And former mayor. And tell what you do also with the radio shows.
So I sell real estate full-time as well for Coastal Properties, Christie's International, fellow realtor.
Yes.
And I also have done country radio in this market for probably 30 years. Q105 Country back in the day, US 103.5 back in the day,
yes.
iHeartRadio, and now I'm on 99.5 WQYK. So
That
I
is
love it.
so cool. You know, we're in similar businesses here, and it's really fun to be able to take our God-given talents out there and just make them work, right?
I think I've said this before, like when I was mayor. I can get up. I've done all the Valspar country concerts. I'm the stage guy that introduces everybody. I can stand up in front of 30,000 people and make announcements. You give me a Boy Scout that's getting an award, and I'm nervous as all get out because I'm afraid I'm going to mess up his name or his pack number or something like that. Yeah. The parents are there, so. But,
I know.
Yeah, I could do Tampa Stadium. It wouldn't bother me a bit. But you're right.
I know what you're saying. I probably could too. It's just one of those things.
Part of it's because they don't know what you're going to say, so they don't know that you messed up.
Yeah, that's true. I learned that.
Yeah.
I learned that really fast.
Yeah.
So anyway, you have been with the chamber for how many years?
So I was mayor until 2019. I took about a year off, and then I came in about 2000, almost right at the beginning of the pandemic. So they wanted me to come. I have a great relationships with a lot of the local elected officials, county commissioners, state senators, and that's helpful in a community to be able to, not necessarily for a small business, but for things like, we got $1.5 million for road improvement in Oldsmar. We got through, and then he was a House Representative, now Senator Ed Hooper, got us about $1.8 million for our BMX track. And it's through, just like business, it's through relationships.
Yes,
So
it's
really, and that's again what we talk about at the chamber is relationships.
And you guys have been, how long have we been doing the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber show? It's been a good while.
It's been a hot minute, yeah.
Yeah,
So it's been quite a while, and I think it's great. Some people take advantage of being on chamber TV better than others do, and so. Like Vanessa, I'm sure she's going to make great use of it because she's a marketing person.
Yeah,
so,
she knows. She knows.
They know what to do with it, but you guys do great stuff. I know you do it here in Safety Harbor as well, but this place is cool. I have never been in here.
I know. And did you hear us talking about the events
Yes.
with music?
I was writing down the names of the bands.
Big name bands
Yeah.
in this darling little homey family-owned
Yeah.
cheesecake place. And then in the back, It's all open where you
went
can
back
sit
there.
outside. Did you?
Yeah, I went back there. She said they have the area for the band, and Tim was saying that he gets a little frustrated because their business. They're trying to sell coffee and cheesecake,
Sure.
and a lot of people will just stand out there and listen to the music. But they packed the whole patio out there.
Isn't
So,
that
yeah.
that is really amazing?
Yeah.
And the food here is amazing.
Look
as
at this
well.
thing.
I know.
I don't know how you claim it
I know.
to say
Well,
that
you
it's
just
yours.
did because you stuck your finger in it, and now we did it again,
I think
right?
that's how you designate that it's yours.
And I have
You-
already been kind of like picking the little crumbs up, so I have my name on this one, and I can't wait to delve into that for a mid-morning brunch.
Sugar rush, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
But
so
this
what's going on with the chamber?
So the chamber is great. We never, and you've been talking about it, we never really stopped through COVID.
No.
We do about 15 to 18 events a month, social network.
month?
A month. We do.
Wow.
And that doesn't count like the end of March. We have Oldsmar Days coming up with the parade.
I love that.
We actually, I think, have Eastlake High School Marching Band we're going to have in the parade. It's all the Oldsmobiles will be there, the Jeeps will be there, and then it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday down at RE Olds Park. So it's family friendly. We have a carnival this year, and so that's one of the big events. Obviously, Oktoberfest we do in October. We took over Celebrate Oldsmar from the city, and we do that in November, similar to Oldsmar Days. I think this year we're going to theme it kind of like a blues fest, so to
that's
kind of
nice.
blues and a little bit of country, just to kind of give a little bit of a variety. So, and then Second Friday, we do Second Friday. Coincidentally, we do it on Second Friday. I say that jokingly, but people ask. I go, "Hey, you should come to Second Friday." They go, "When is it?" I swear. And I'm like, "Oh, we do it on the third Tuesday, just just to confuse you." It's like it's on the Second Friday. Can you send me the dates for Second Friday? I'm like, do you have a calendar? Yeah, so, but we do that. It's similar to Safety Harbor in Dunedin, but different because we don't have a downtown yet. The city is working on a downtown area, vertically integrated mixed use that's going to have retail on the bottom, residential on the top, a boutique hotel. But we don't really have a main street with merchants like Dunedin. So we have car shows, we have music, and we have vendors and food, similar to what they do, but we just do it in a different format. So,
Right.
So it's good. Again, we have battle weather. It's a little cool out, so I don't know what it'll be like for the next Second Friday, but it's good, and it's not expensive for our vendors, and not all of them are chamber members that are part of Second Friday. We
Right.
let them get their feet wet, see if they want to do it. So
It's so easy to ease right into being a member of the chamber because, as I was saying, I don't know how many years we've actually been doing it, but I wanted to go back to what you said about relationships. That has been the main theme every single time we have had one of you representatives from the chamber talking about relationships because it is so critical in business. Don't you agree?
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, we do about 15 events. There's no way you can do all of them. We had one last night at Jack Willie's. It's a networking thing. You get up and you give your 1-minute elevator speech about your business. But not so many, but there are businesses that sign up to be a chamber member that say, okay, here's my check. I'm a chamber member.
And you don't
Now,
see
where
them again.
where is everybody? And
Right,
they think
right.
that it's a two-way street. We
Yeah.
have the events. You've got to come to them and network, and it's not for everybody.
It isn't, but when you think about the business owners and they're trying to run their business, it's hard to get out and do the networking. And I don't know, you can have representatives for businesses and all, but really and truly, can anybody sell and present your business as good as you can?
No, absolutely not. I mean, if you're the owner and you're involved, you are the one that, because it's your passion,
That's
it's your
right.
dream, it's your
That's
love, whatever
right.
it is. Whether it's you saw them here this morning, the Cheesecake Factory.
I know.
So it's great. They have a passion for it, and I think, and just in my experience, that trickles down to your employees too.
Yes, it
Because the
does.
reverse of that is also true. If you got not so good at the top, not so good trickles down.
Absolutely.
So,
I'm glad that you mentioned that. So when did you start in the chamber?
probably 2000. Yeah.
2000. So
No, I'm sorry, 2020. I feel like I've lost a year in my life.
2020?
2020.
You've
'cause
been with the chamber longer
Oh,
than
I've been with the chamber, but I started working at the chamber.
I see.
Yeah, I used to do, when Russell Rhodes used to do what Charlie Belcher does, I was doing all the emceeing for all their events.
Ah,
And
okay,
so
okay.
I've been doing events with the chamber for probably 20 years.
Yeah, that's.
So,
I knew that you had tremendous history
Yeah.
to whatever capacity.
Yeah.
And obviously, you care about it. It's your family.
Yeah.
And you know it's close knit.
Yeah, I mean, we actually vacation together, some of us. You know, we get a little mom and pop hotel out at Clearwater Beach, and we took up 16 of their 20 rooms, and it's family, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, and it's not fake, you know,
No.
it shows. And so, you know, we pride ourselves. The interesting thing is, and this isn't anything against any of the other chambers, but it's Safety Harbor Chamber, Dunedin Chamber, Tarpon Spring. We're the Upper Tampa Bay, so we're kind of all encompassing.
Yes.
We're not really locked. Primarily Oldsmar, obviously,
Right.
but our footprint goes beyond that.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you mentioned that too, because we are in Safety Harbor.
Yeah, we are, and
Yeah.
the Cheesecake Factory is part of they're part of our chamber.
Yeah.
You know, because they know Water Oak. We did Water Oak down the street, and they're a chamber member. So.
Oh, we did that was a great one.
That was a segment there. So we're trying to branch out more into Hillsborough County and the West Chase area, Town and Country. About half of our chambers are in Hillsborough County. So
No kidding.
Yeah,
Wow.
we're hoping to hit 500 members this summer.
That is wonderful. And I know that you've noticed, obviously, because you're much closer knit than I am, except for I get caught up with things when we do my chamber TV. The new businesses that have opened up in the last 2 years because we've interviewed them.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
it's really
I
successful.
think RSVP is new.
Yep.
Vanessa is new.
Vanessa just moved here?
She just moved here, so that's great. And you know, we try and reach out to them. We try and do as much as we can
I
for
know.
them and give them the avenues to network and things like that. And so that's what they do with it.
That's what they do with it, absolutely. You can't just pay your dues and no, oh my gosh, you're not going to dive into that, are you?
Are we still on?
Well, we're
Oh.
going to close the show right now in 3, 2, 1. Bye.